Day 31, January 31st, Saturday. Hi team. Welcome to day 31 of our 31-day balance challenge. Let me join you all on Facebook Live. There we are. All right. Let me type in the chat. Donna, thank you. Day 31. Hey, Rhonda. How are you doing there in North Carolina? How's your weather? Did you get snow and ice? Hey, Donna, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Letting me know. Yeah, day 31. Day 31 has arrived in all of its glory. And I have to break the news to you. This is just the beginning. That's the theme for today. Today is just the beginning. Wendy, yay! Hi, Wendy. How's everything at PEI, Prince Edward Island? You got a dusting so far. Yeah, we have family in Charlotte and saw that they had a little snow up in Charlotte. Hey, Natalie. Today is our day 31. This morning when I woke up, I just took my deep breath and opened my eyes and I was like, wow, what a January. What a January. Well, first of all, showing up every single day, honoring our word to ourselves. You know, that's just part of a healthy and fit lifestyle when you create boundaries and you honor your word and you show up and you put in the work. It's really hard to do that. And I just commend each and every one of you for showing up and being here. Hey, Wendy, I'm glad everything's good there. I'm glad everything's good there. And showing up and putting in the work every day. And this balance challenge, we started back on day 1. Incredible that we're on day 31 today. Rhonda said she went to the doctor yesterday and got real cough medicine after 7 days. Yeah, I actually feel a lot better. Well, I'm still low energy, but I'm not coughing like I was, so I'm glad you got some meds. Yeah, the flu's no joke. Flu is no joke. So, if you're here today on live or you're here on replay, welcome, high fives all around to Team Replay. I want you to pause for a second and just really take it in. 31 days of balance, because 31 days ago, you know, we started at the basics. We just talked about being barefoot, standing barefoot, right, on a stable and unstable surfaces, feeling the floor underneath us, and learning what our balance really is all about and how our bodies feel and how we're responding to these different movements. And day in and day out, you showed up. And we built from awareness, because remember, we're not born with balance. Balance is something that we evolve with, and control and movement and the confidence. So today, we're not doing anything new. We're going to just recognize how far we've come. Hey, Robin, glad to see you here. You know, as I mentioned in the very beginning, back the first couple of days, we don't think about balance in our day-to-day lives. We don't think about it until something is off, right? Over the age of 50, balance becomes especially important because we have changes in our strength. our reaction time, our vision, and our joint mobility can quietly increase our fall risk. So the good news is that balance is trainable at any age. And that's what this 31-day balance challenge was all about, is to bring it to your awareness. And by paying attention to it and intentionally working simple balance movements into your wellness routine, you build confidence, improve stability, and support your independence for years to come. And I always look at that vision ahead, because I know what I do today impacts my tomorrow. When balance becomes a habit, when your balancing becomes a habit, you stack it on your strength training, your mobility, your cardio training. When you stack it, it becomes being something that it stops being something that you worry about, and it becomes something that you trust. And so that's what I want to leave you with, that your balance is something that you've learned to trust and understand. So on day one, maybe you felt uncertain, you felt awkward, maybe you wobbled a lot looking back, maybe you held your breath. Maybe you tensed up your shoulders, or you felt tension up your back. Maybe you forgot to breathe. Maybe you felt unsure, right? Back, if you remember, the very beginning of January. But over the last 31 days, we noticed when our balance was shifting. We became aware of that. We stayed calm instead of panicking. We relaxed in that moment, we breathed into the movements, and we recovered with confidence when we wobbled. Weebles wobble and they don't fall down, right? And that's real balance. That's real balance. So here's the most important part. You're not just training your muscles here, okay? You trained your awareness and your nervous system. Remember, I mentioned everything works together. Everything in the body needs to work together. Amy's in the house. Woohoo! Good job, Amy. Glad you're here. I see you. I see you, Maggie. Good morning. I'm glad to see you on live. Glad to see you two here. So when we go through our movement today, think back on day 1, day 2, day 3, and notice how this feels today compared to when we started. So think about your awareness, your confidence, and your trust. Trusting in your balance, trusting in your body, trusting in the process, right? And all the progress that you've made, because that's where the progress is. And as I mentioned, this is just the beginning. This 31 days is just the beginning, because now that you've got this in your toolkit and you've got these balances, these movements in your toolkit and the little warm-ups, you can write that in your journal and have that on hand. And like I said too, when you're doing the dishes, when you're cooking, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're waiting in line at the grocery store, right? We can practice some of our movements. So today we're going to keep it simple. We're going to be intentional, and it's going to be familiar, because we're going to do a 1-minute hold. We're going to load the left leg for 1 full minute. Then we'll load the right leg for 1 full minute. And we're going to do that on a solid ground, solid floor. So hopefully you're barefoot and you have a chair nearby, or your kitchen counter, or as I always say, the wall. And protect yourself, right? Because we do not want to fall. Safety first always. And we want to make sure we have our eyes open, we're breathing, we have good posture. Stay calm and recover when you start to wobble, which I probably will do today because I'm still stuffy in the head a little bit. a little, from recovering from the flu, and that takes a while to kind of shake itself out. Then we're going to go to the unstable surface. So if you have your yoga mat, you can fold it in half. If you have a pillow, you can use a pillow, which is what I'm going to use today, my pillow, when we go to the unstable surface. So remember, control over tension, and you want to be really aware of how your body's feeling and what it's doing when you're standing on, loading up that one leg, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to get started. So I've got the timer, and actually I'm going to add a couple of seconds, because when I push the timer and put it down and then try to get into my position, the minute's already started. So I want to make sure that I'm going to get my full minute in. So I'll move this over here. Oh, today I remembered my water. I remembered my water. Cheers. Here's to your health. Hydrate. Cheers to our health. That was your hydration reminder. All right, so we're going to just be on stable surface. You can start on whichever leg you want to start on. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, start. Yes. Good job. Whew. I almost touched the chair. All right. Now it's time for the other leg. It's time for the other leg. I think that's the first time this week that I didn't break it on my right side. Whew, that's a win for me. Okay, here we go. We're going to go for the other leg now. In 3, 2, 1, go. Good job. Good job. Good work. Good work. Shake it out. Shake it out. Remember, control over tension. Breathe into it. Nice, relaxing breaths. And every body is different. Everybody holds their body in a certain way when they stand on one leg, when you load one leg with all your weight and you're balancing. If you're a yoga experienced person, maybe you do the tree pose, you know. I'm not here teaching yoga, but I'm just saying maybe you're comfortable in certain positions when you have your, when you're doing your balance, right? You do what works for you. Some people like to have their hands on their hips or by their side, right? You hold your body. It's like whenever I'm teaching somebody how to do a squat, it's like your squat is your squat, not my squat, you know? Our bodies move differently. All right, so it's time to take it to the unstable surface. Full minute. I'm going to be on my pillow. You can use whichever leg you want to start on. Got the timer set. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Good job. Hoo-wee. Yeah, I had a rocky start, but I finished strong. Yes. Oh my. Okay, now our last movement. Our last movement on this day 31 of January. Are you all ready for this? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Good job. Good job. Whew. All right. So, lots of resets for me. How did you do? Lots of resets for me on that, on the right leg. Lots of resets for me. That was good. The thing is, no excuses. We show up, we put in the work, and we're stronger for it. So, good job. High fives all around. And the thing is, we're going to carry this forward. Yes, today's the last day of our 31-day K-Factor Balance Challenge, but we're going to carry our knowledge forward and put in the work because it's going to continue. It should be a part of your weekly training. You can do it during your strength workouts, between sets, recovery days, as part of your daily movement. And just a few minutes makes a big difference. And the other thing too, if there comes a point where you want to revisit the 31-day balance challenge, you can go to our YouTube channel, the K Factor Coaching. You can find the balance challenge playlist there, and you can go back to day 1 and run through the whole challenge, because they're all up there on YouTube, and you can do it anytime you want. You're welcome. 2 wobbles on your left leg. Good job, Wendy. You know that's good job. Natalie, good work. You're welcome. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm incredibly proud of each and every one of you. I mean, the consistency to show up, first of all, that's a huge win, right? Just showing up and putting in the work, being consistent, and that's where we know that we see our progress. And you're building something that's going to support you for life, that's going to contribute to your future. Because balance isn't about perfection. It's about our confidence, our awareness. It's about our recovery, how we handle it, how we approach it. And you have what it takes to be successful. So if you completed this challenge, check off the box. Day 31 is in the books. Good job. And promise me this, that you will keep balancing. Yeah, I promise to you that I will keep balancing. So with that, everybody have a beautiful day. It was great spending January with you. What a way to kick off 2026, huh? I mean, I'm really fired up for February, being consistent with my training schedule, with my nutrition, with my sleep, and all of those things that contribute to my health and well-being. And I want to encourage you to do the same. And remember, we focus on our progress, not being perfect, but just our progress. And we look at all the little wins we have during the day, and that's what helps keep us moving forward. So remember to engage with your tribe. Very important that you're surrounded by people that lift you up, that encourage you, that cheer you along, that are going to help propel you forward, because we are stronger together. And I do want to let you in on a little secret. I will be doing another challenge in April. It's going to start April 1st. It's going to run through the 30th. It'll be a 30-day April challenge. I'm not going to share quite what it's going to be yet. I know what it's going to be, but I'm going to let you guess what it is. And so I'll see you back in April. And also, over on our Team K Factor, those of you that are just seeing this on Facebook Live and you're wondering, who is this woman? What are they doing? I'm Kim Knapp, your coach here at the K Factor, Fitness and Health for Life, where I help you get what you want. I run a coaching program. We have a private team group that I lead workouts every single morning at 6 a.m. Monday through Friday. And we show up every morning for each other and get our training in, our accountability, our journaling, our nutrition, and check in with everyone. So if anybody's interested in joining a team and having somebody to exercise with you every morning, that's me. I show up for you every single morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Time, and we work out. So, and if you don't show up at 6 a.m., you can do the replay at your convenience. So I'm here. Reach out to me anytime. You can send me a message, or you can email me, or you can just type here on the thread in the chat, and say, hey, I'm interested in your coaching, and just reach out to me. I'll be happy to talk with you. Donna, glad you were here. Rhonda, Margaret, so glad. And hopefully I'll see some of you in, I will see some of you in, or all of you in April for the next challenge. Amy, good job. Good job, Amy. Yeah, holy macaroni, I'm with you. And Wendy says she's going to promise to keep balancing. Yes, very good. I am too. I am too. Yeah, Natalie, accountability. We need accountability. It's like we all know what to do. We all know what we should be doing. But it matters a lot when we can be on a team and show up and check in and have support and encouragement and guidance. And, you know, that's really important because you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. So with all that being said, it was wonderful to be with you in January. I will see you in April. Have a wonderful February and March. I'll see you in April. Keep balancing. And again, go over to the YouTube channel if you want to go back to day 1 and run through the 31-day balance challenge. Cheers, hydration, and I'll see you in April. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.